Hello, I am Madhu. I am a Twin Flame Ascension coach. I am a student of Twin Flame Ascension class and Twin Flame Life Purpose class. And I am a student of Jeffin from more than 3.5 years. And in this 3.5 years, I have learned a lot. And today I want to share a part of my journey, which was, very tremendously supportive to move forward, even if some of the days were heavy. So the most of the time you feel like something happened between you and your twin flame. You feel like as if you made a big mistake. The mistake felt like as if there is a mountain and it is put on your journey towards your harmonious union, and it might have felt, you might have felt as if you cannot move that mountain, nothing is going to happen, and there is no way out, or to the extreme you feel like he or she is not my twin flame. That had happened, and that's a natural phenomenon as a human reaction to any of the situation. But if you see on a deeper aspect, if you bring in God in this space and try to see how God would like to guide you in this situation. If you see like you had a fight, or you had a difference of opinion, or you had some of your different perspective to any situation where you felt like you didn't match with your twin flame, and because of that some conflict happened, and then maybe he or she blocked you, or he or she not talking to you, or maybe the relation felt like the connection has reduced, the intimacy has reduced. But none of that is true. If you are feeling disconnected from that deep unconditional love in that moment, that is just an invitation from your twin flame to deeply connect with God, and connect with the love that both of you are sharing in your heart. Nothing outside of you, none of the event that is happening externally is a testimonial or is a proof the way that you truly love in your heart. So it is just an another kind of situation, just a small situation for you. When you are going through that, it may feel like it is so heavy and you lost everything. But if you see from a broader perspective, and if you see from the life of your eternity, like you are eternal, you have been with your twin flame in your deep in your heart eternally. Life after life you have been sharing that love. No matter where you met, how this journey is unfolding, it does not matter. What matters is, do you still choose to love? Do you still choose to love unconditionally? And do you still choose to hold that space by releasing all the resentment that might have come out of those conflicts, or those small those small fights or small arguments? So if you see thousands of thousand years, and in compared to that it is just a moment, maybe a day or two, or maybe some, maybe a month, that's what it is. So it is nothing, it is like a drop in the ocean, like it is like that. So your fights are nothing comparison to the love that both of you are sharing, or both of you have for each other, right? So how quickly you come out of that fight, or how quickly you understand what are the things that came up to be healed, right? Because those are the situations where you are not experiencing love, you are experiencing upset. That is just an invitation to go deeper in love with your twin flame, because the moment you heal that upset, you are going to only experience love with your twin flame, right? So that is the only truth. And again, your twin flame is going to make the choice that you choose. So are you choosing to love? Are you ready to take that first step to come back to love quickly by just healing the upset that you might have experienced? So that is what it is. And you can simply use the mirror exercise. Like if some fight has happened, then what came up, what feelings that was there and that came up, if you try to feel all that feeling that was coming up, you will be able to love yourself completely. And the moment you love yourself, you will feel your twin flame loves you. It's all that he or she wants you to experience. That is, you do not have to depend on the external event or any external action to experience that love. You can very naturally come back to that unconditional love, irrespective of what has happened between both of you. Just a story coming up, like if I tell you the beautiful love story of Radha Krishna. So in the series, I used to love watching them together, and the beautiful moments where they used to have a little bit of fights, and I used to think I used to be a child, in my childhood, during my teenage, whatever I remember, like when I was seeing those serials, and those loving moments were very beautifully and very romantically presented. And I used to think, why even God used to have fights, why do Radha and Krishna will fight with each other. Now I can connect, they used to fight just to show that even these small fights are nothing, and that will actually add up that it's not going to be a flat relationship, like it's a beautiful relationship which can include small fights, small arguments, small everything putting together. But all this thing is not going to make your relationship break apart. That's what is all about it. If all these things are happening, and still you are at your core choosing unconditional love towards your twin flame mirrors that towards you as well. So they also choose that unconditional love towards you, and they also make that choice to come back home, come back to love, come back towards you. And in the series, I have always enjoyed those moments where how Krishna pursued Radha, all the moments, even if some of the times Radha used to do some of the fights, because she wanted that attention of Krishna for herself, right? That's what she desired, and that's what we desire, right? Even if I'm a masculine, I desire the complete attention of my twin flame towards me only, right? And that's a divine and I will say that's a divine desire to seek the attention of our love, complete attention of our love. And we can experience that only with our twin flame. We cannot experience that with any other relationship. So if any mistake has happened, if anything has happened that makes you feel that things have gone out of your control, things are not going to come back to the normal state, things are not going to move forward, you are not going to go towards your harmonious union. So that's not true, because when God has created both of you together, so your harmonious union is your natural state of being. So God has created your twin flame just to love you, so that small mistakes, small fights are just to bring both of you close to each other, even to understand a different aspect of each other. So it is always good to choose that vulnerability within yourself, and share openly why you experienced those kind of emotion during that situation. You can always invite your twin flame for a healthy communication, and express openly what made you feel bad about that situation, and in which way you can avoid those kind of situation. So actually in that way, on a third dimension, you will be able to connect with your twin flame in a different aspect, like you will get more space to communicate openly from a place of love and vulnerability, and you will actually engrave a deep trust within each other, right? No matter what, you do not have to hide any of your feelings. You can just absolutely express, even if you are feeling anger, even if you are feeling frustration, if your twin flame is not acting in a way the way you want or the way you desire. So you can do everything of that with your true twin flame, because your twin flame is going to be with you, uh, whatever you may experience emotionally. So they will hold that space for you to heal and love yourself. So the mistakes are not true, those are just an illusion. The bond between you and your twin flame is eternal. You just choose to heal. The more you heal, you connect with that unconditional love, you only deepen your relation day by day. So I really loved sharing this topic with all of you. If you want to connect with me, work with me, I would love to support your journey. And I love connecting with love stories of Radha Krishna, how beautifully that romance has been presented to the 3D world. And I would like to extend that love to everybody. Thank you.